Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Scott's Selections here for Saturday, September 7th. Before we get into today's play of the day, we'll quickly recap what happened yesterday. We picked up another winner in college football as we ended up having the Wake Forest Demon Deacons at minus 19.5 at minus 105 at Heritage. Definitely a bigger sweat than we hoped it would be, as Wake Forest was not able to blow them out in the first half, and they ended up, figuring it out later on. But a huge goal line stop by Wake Forest definitely helped us out, and Wake Forest ended up winning by the slimmest of margins, as we ended up winning by half a point. So we pick up another 0.95 units there. College football's been very nice to us so far. I forgot how many games we've actually played, but I know we only have one loss, and we've, I believe, a sample size of about more than 5 or 6. So far we made a lot of units in college football, and we look to carry that into Saturday. In terms of the play of the day, though, we will be sticking to college football, and it's going to be a little bit of a matchup that nobody's talked about, and rightfully so, and it will be between Western Illinois and Colorado State. And the play that we like is on Colorado State minus 11.5, which is available at minus 110 at Bovada. Now, I know that last week we made money betting against Colorado State as we ended up taking Colorado minus 13. However, Colorado State, even though they didn't cover, I thought they actually looked pretty good. And I think that they should have probably covered that spread if they didn't give up that fumble touchdown late in the fourth quarter. For me, Western Illinois is just not a good team. They lost by 9 to North Alabama last week. North Alabama's not that good. Western Illinois has struggled lately. Connor Sampson, who's been their quarterback, went 18 for 30 for 183 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 pick. I think him going against Colorado State, I think their defense will also struggle against Colin Hill, who ended up throwing for over 370 yards and 3 touchdowns last week against Colorado. And the game is also in Colorado State, so I expect Colorado State to be focused, looking for their first win of the season. They're also in the midst of a huge losing streak, Colorado State, so I definitely think they will be motivated to put that to bed, especially after losing to Illinois State last year. I definitely think that they did not forget about that abysmal showing against an FCS opponent, and I think they will definitely not overlook their opponents in this one, as they will look to get another win. Colorado State's lost 6 straight games dating back to last year. I think Colorado State should bounce back. This team definitely looked a lot more talented than I thought it would going into week 1, and that impressed me. In terms of the actual betting markets, it seems like everyone has agreed on that. Colorado State opened up at minus 9.5. They're currently up to minus 12. However, Bovada still has it at minus 11.5 at minus 110. And for that reason, that is going to be the line that we give out. I think they should win this game by about 2 touchdowns, as Western Illinois' offense should continue to struggle with Sampson at quarterback. And I think that Hill will play well once again. And he has an underrated dual threat ability. So I think that that will definitely help Colorado State move the chains, as they should score at least 35 plus points in this game. So lean to Colorado State minus 11.5 as the play of the day. Now, in terms of the rest of the betting card, not really going to get into much, as there's a ton of college football games. Baseball, not really interested in. In terms of some leans on the top of my head, I'm a big fan of Appalachian State today against Charlotte, which is available at minus 22.5 at BetOnline. I got in that number a little bit earlier in the week, but I definitely still like it, as I think that Appalachian State should win this game by at least 4 touchdowns. So lean to Appalachian State on that one. Other than that, lean to New Mexico State first half team total under. I think that Bama's going to shut them out in the first half. This team scored 7 points against Washington State and proceeded to lose by about 50. And now Alabama gets the ability to just run through New Mexico State. I don't think New Mexico State's going to score. Lean to the first half under in that one. Other than that, though, looking at the rest of the card, I already gave out Maryland, just a reminder. I gave that out a couple days ago. Maryland on the money line at minus 121. So if you forgot about that, I gave out that play of the day a couple of days ago. I know that this game's starting in half an hour. I'd lean to Missouri at minus 13.5 at minus 105 at Pinnacle. They open up at minus 10.5 up to minus 13.5, and I definitely think that West Virginia is not going to make a bowl game this year. They looked awful against James Madison in the first game. I know James Madison's a decent FCS school, but at the same point, West Virginia, definitely a lot has changed since Will Grier and Holberson left, so I definitely think that they should struggle. And Missouri also lost week 1 to Wyoming, so I definitely think they will look for their first win of the season at home with Kelly Bryant, who actually played decently. A little bit turnover prone in week 1, but I think he will play well in his first home game with Missouri. So lean to Missouri on that one. Other than that, though, not many other thoughts. So, quick reminder for sponsor before we conclude today's video. PointsBet, all in Sportsbook in New Jersey, a couple of great deals for you, up to 2 years free bets up to $1,000. So if you end up betting on any sports and end up losing, you simply get your money back. Other than that, though, play of the day is going to be on Colorado State, minus 11.5, which is available at Bovada at minus 110. And other than that, though, that's going to do it for this installment of Scott Selections, and good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.